one flies your way next from Space City. It's the debut of #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. And we'll see if he airs it out in Houston. The Jags and Texans take flight next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again, everyone, Brandon Garden, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our 6th season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And, CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made because last year, we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
And for many people, there's a lot of pressure that comes with being the presumptive #1 overall pick for 2, if not 3 years now. But Trevor Lawrence has handled it well. The Jacksonville Jaguars excited to have him in town, to say the least, because they started guys like Gardner Minshew, Jake Luton, Mike Glennon just in the last season. But let's face it, they now have their franchise quarterback.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, had his team running the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
Another tremendous year in 2020 where he led the NFL with 4,823 passing yards. And remember, that was in the year after DeAndre Hopkins was traded to Arizona. Also had 33 touchdown passes against only 7 interceptions. A dynamic performer.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got him in. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone. Extra point by Fairbairn up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road? I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have that bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL started. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him? Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how... And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Ross Blacklock coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's returnable now for Smith. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Watson on 1st down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Lawrence. Flushed out right. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Here's Lawrence. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Watson off play action. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He gets it to Cooks. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Off of play action, it's Watson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Faking the give, now Watson keeps himself upright. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions.
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Back now in Houston, we are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Under pressure, the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins. Able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Smith to return it. Well, nice return that time. Gets 12 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense taking over again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. From the left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. That's now 14-0. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out and start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. DJ Chark, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. The connecting here with DJ Chark. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson, draw play. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. 2nd and 10. They run the draw here with Robinson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Calling no gain on the run there. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to have it here as they start at their own 24-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception. And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over. If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock. On 2nd and 10. Lawrence, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lawrence to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Houston, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.